Good evening and welcome, everyone. Welcome to A Course in Miracles. We are on day 9 tonight, studying the lessons and doing the discussion about how this is affecting us in our life as we do those lessons. I'm Teri Angel, here with my beautiful co-host, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And we see people popping in here. We're going to have a great discussion, but first we're going to go ahead and open it up, Karen.
Okay, so this lesson is a really powerful one. So I'm going to invite us all to just take a moment to bring our attention into our heart, resting in the heart, and just allowing these words to just wash over you. It is your thoughts alone that cause you pain. Nothing external to your mind can hurt or injure you in any way. There is no cause beyond yourself that can reach down and bring oppression. No one but yourself affects you. There is nothing in the world that has the power to make you ill or sad or weak or frail. But it is you who have the power to dominate all things you see by merely recognizing what you are. So those are some powerful words.
Oh, yeah. This
But
was
there's such freedom in them.
Yeah.
If you can let go of the denial, there's so much freedom in them. Can't wait to see what Pam has to say.
I was trying to find us on Facebook so I can see who is on here commenting, because sometimes it doesn't give the name of the person commenting. Yeah, this, as we go along and we deconstruct those beliefs and we start looking at things in a different way, we bring that then into people and start looking at people in a different way. And so that's the beauty of doing these lessons and learning from the lessons. So day 8 was the one that we just have done the homework to. We haven't gotten our assignment yet for 9. But, whenever we think of a thing, we're going to have some of those past thoughts. And that's why we're doing this. That's why the Course does this the way it's done. But when we let go of that past. And that's what we're being asked to do, is to stay present. The Course calls it the holy instant. I call it the holy moment. Same thing, is staying very present right where we are. And what Pam says is, when I continue to regurgitate my past, the glorious field of infinite potentiality can't get in. Nothing can ever change. And that really is the way it is. If we're going to just keep seeing things as they are, and there's a sentence I always loved from the 12-step programs. If we continue to do the things that we're doing the way we're doing them and expect it to be a different outcome, that's the definition of insanity. It's like, it's not going to have a different outcome. We have to go with where we are in the present moment and how are we coming there. And that's what this lesson was all about, helping us to see how when we look at something, we're preoccupied with those past thoughts. And how do we let those go? And it's not easy. Karen, that's one thing I think we even might have said this when we decided that we were going to open this up, the Course in Miracles, for people to study with us. It's not easy, but who said life was easy? And when we follow these lessons and we follow this course, like Pam always says, we don't have to like it. We don't even have to understand it, but just do it, because in the doing of it, we're going to really understand more fully what we're doing here, what this life is that we're here. Okay, so we got some people on. Okay, so I'm not sure who's making a comment about the sparkly edition, because I can't see who's on right now. But anyway, let's go into it. Did you all do this lesson? Did you say the wording, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts? That was the lesson we had from yesterday. And really not an easy one at all. It wasn't even easy for me, and I've been doing this course for decades. So I would like to hear what your experience was.
It was actually a gift for me yesterday, because I had been not being myself focused in the present. And I was really preoccupied with the past and focusing all of my attention on when Kaylee was healthy, and thinking about, why isn't she healthy now? Why is she having these problems now? And I kept going back and over everything in my head about trying to remember what medications she had taken, what had I done wrong. I just went down the guilt trip stairs. I just fell face first into the guilt trip, in the stair of guilt. I just fell right down the staircase. And I stopped myself last night, because I said, no, Spirit, take over. Stop. Spirit, take over. I have the power of decision right now. And I am not going to allow the ego thought system to show me these scary, vain imaginings in my mind of what could possibly happen or what I might have done wrong. And that was powerful for me. And so I stopped, and she was like not doing well last night, and I was ready to take her into an emergency. And I was getting really scared. And I said, I could feel my energy affecting her energy. And I know this stuff because I've been doing this with animals for my whole life. And so I could totally see. So I made a total commitment to myself because of that lesson. And I stopped myself almost mid-sentence and said, no ego thought system. I am not listening to you again. I won't be fooled again. I won't be fooled by you again. I won't be fooled by these images. These images are thoughts that I have made. And here I go, right? Here we go. So I was able to really, really apply the lesson by staying fully present today. And it's a new day. I kept telling myself, I'm waking up. It's a new day. I'm going to trust that she's going to be okay. I'm going to follow prompts of presence only. The prompts of presence only. I'm not following anything but the presence. And that was what I did. And we've had a wonderful day today. Trip. Just in the stare of guilt, I just fell right down the staircase. And I stopped myself last night because in the stare of guilt, I just fell right down the staircase. And I stopped myself last night because in the stare of guilt, I just fell right down the staircase. And I stopped myself last night. That's not me. I don't know who that is. I guess I said it so many times.
It's the you of the past, Karen.
I don't know why. That's not me. That's not me.
That's the you of the past.
Yeah.
Coming into the future. I think it needed to be heard more than once.
Yes. Karen, what a testimony. That's beautiful. I know your heart is really full of empathy for Kaylee and a lot of challenges going through, and to be able to include this lesson in that way. My, what an inspiration.
And see the miracles. I watched the miracles happening last night as I quieted myself, as she quieted herself, as we both, we connected, it was absolutely amazing. And I'm not going to take that lightly, but I'm absolutely not going to be fooled by the ego's thought system anymore.
It's beautiful.
I had an experience with it just like half hour or 40 minutes before we came on. I like the other one about the past the day before, because this one was annoying. It was just annoying to me. Like, I know, but I can't get out of it. I know. And I kept hearing it. My thoughts are only things of the past, or whatever the correct words are. I have it in my book. And then I just was like, I know what I'm thinking is the past. I'm having trouble getting to the current. And sometimes Teri and Karen and all the others who are connected in a way that you're cognizant of it, sometimes I'm not sure if I'm in that space, if I'm really connected to my guides and teachers and the angels and everyone. And I keep trying to distract myself. And all of a sudden I was inspired to pull a card. And Jeremiah came up from the angel card deck and said, all is well. I just started crying because how did he know? Or she? I know they know. And then right after that, my friend said some things on Facebook that, it was like a light switch. I was depressed, I was sad, I was scared, I was nervous. He did the card, she said her thing, and I was like, oh, I can change this right now. I don't have to continue to live this fear that's getting worse and worse and worse the more I think about it. So it was annoying, and then there was a gift.
Sharon, I am loving watching you open up with this Course in Miracles. Do you all see this? I just see you blossoming, honey.
Oh,
there's been so many aha moments for you, and I love that.
Well, that's the gift of not having a job right now. It's just that I have so much time to think. So I just encourage everyone, no matter where you are, there's always a gift in it. If you think not, think again.
Always. Yeah, I just want to tell Kathy, I do see your comments now. If you were in the group watching, it came up as Facebook user, so I didn't know who was making the comment, but I do see you now. And Suzanne and Joanne said, this lesson was freeing for me. The constant worrying over the years and realizing how unfair it is on my part to remember someone in the past. even the past day, week, or moment, it leads to a place where you're judgmental, not allowing myself or others to be in the now moment. I love that. Great insight, Joanne. Thank you.
Yeah, and I have one. In the past, I used to put heavy cream in my coffee. Now I use butter every morning, put it in my coffee now, Terry. See? The
Thank you.
perfect example.
Thank you.
You know, well, as you know, I haven't been feeling too well today, but I've been trying to do this lesson, and you know, I don't know how to explain this. It's like there's two parts of the past, you know, because I don't really go back there and have the guilt or think about the bad things. I've let those go. You know, they're gone. But you still are affected by those things, not consciously, unconsciously. And I think what this course is doing, it's starting to help me be conscious of the fact that I use those influences, that I've been allowing those influences to affect me. And I didn't even realize it. Like today, being sick, being miserable for about half the day, a lot of it was just because I was focused on being miserable at other times too, you know, and I had to just sit down and let myself say, no, this is a different occasion, and you can help yourself here. You can think that you want to be well and help yourself become well. So I think it's really kind of interesting how the past, even when we think we've let it go, it still has a grip on us in some ways, you know, even though we do need to remember some things. So anyway, I love the fact that that's what's happening with me.
What a perfect example. And yeah, you're right, because when you go through a chronic thing that comes up for you, and it's been there in your past, you kind of anticipate when you get that first little inkling that something's not feeling good. Oh, here we go again. I've done that. Oh, here we go again, you know. And instead of doing that, I love what you did, where you just went into the present moment. No, this is a new day. No, I'm not going to accept what has always been in the past. I love that, Jean. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I do. This has really been helpful.
Yeah.
The fourth time I'm doing it.
Hey, whatever it takes, right? That's
Right.
what I
I
say.
don't even know how many times I've done it, Auntie
Me
Jean.
either.
I have lost count of how many times I've done it.
Yeah.
But it's something new each time, isn't it, Karen?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I was always doing it as the false self. This is the first year that I'm doing it as my authentic self.
Yeah, because we're different every day.
Mhm.
So no matter at what point we did it, it's going to be different for us. And yeah, I'm with Karen. I've studied it for over 30 years. And
The funny thing is, I did these lessons with my husband, and I realize now, as I reflect, that we were both doing it from our false selves, and we were both trying to do it right, trying to get it right, trying to do it right. And I really, really am so grateful that I'm getting to do it with all of you, because I know that we're, you know, all on the same page. We are helping each other be accountable to each other. We're buddies to each other. We're, you know, coming in here every night, and I'm just so grateful.
me too. I just love this. I was with Ruth today, and I was telling her there's just so much growth already in 9 days of doing this together. It's just blows my mind how I see people growing. And thank you to all of you who came in, and all of you who are here virtually with us as well. I did see Kathy's comments now. She was a little disappointed with the sparkly edition. She thinks it's a little warty and the print's small and the paper is thin. So I should get mine tomorrow. I think it's going to arrive tomorrow. So I'm just going to go into it with an open mind and see what it looks like for me. Yeah. And Suzanne says, I see that with family members. My future expectations are based on past experiences, which makes it hard for me to believe that there will be a positive change. I just have to let go of all these thoughts. I'm prejudging the future based on the past. That's this whole lesson. That's what we do. And I'm sorry about the dog barking. Yeah, he's been my little
Yeah.
lately. I'll put it nicely.
Finding that word, Teri.
Lesson in
I'll get
patience.
that word.
About pain in the side.
Yeah, all of that. He was being so good. I don't know what triggered him, but all of a sudden he wants to be heard. Okay, so anybody else want to share? Charlie, did you have anything you wanted to share about this lesson?
No, this one was a little difficult for me, wrapping my brain around, things not being what they really are, or, I guess getting, we're taught that, a stop sign's a sign, or, and it's really not. It's just a piece of metal, and we've been taught that, and we give that the distinction, and it's just, trying to get that out of my brain, all them things like, that's a table, and, that's a door, and, wrapping my head around that, no, they're just energy, and we give it the name, and, we're taught that. And if we weren't taught that, that wouldn't be a door, so it's like, it's a little difficult rewiring my brain around, I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but, it's just, that's the way it, I'm reading and going through it, and I'm trying to, make it work.
Charlie, I bet that there's parts of you that are receiving it really well. It wasn't easy. I mean, Teri, 30 years, I don't know how long, Karen and me, it's, there are days that it's difficult. And I think it was Pam, Teri, who said, don't worry about it. Try not to force it. I forgot what her real words were.
Yeah, we don't have to like it. We don't have to understand it. Just do it.
Right. So I'm doing it, and, just a little bit,
Because what will happen is if we're open to the lesson, spirit will take over. And we don't have to worry about the fact that, we still see that stop sign as a stop sign, even though it's just energy sitting there in the road. That's all it is.
It's your intellectual, challenged, conditioned, programmed mind that is trying to get it. And,
exactly.
And the ego is a getting device. It's a getting system. It's all about trying to get. And the spirit, the Holy Spirit, the true spirit of our true self is a giving. That's why we're forgiving and forgetting. The ego is forgetting, the spirit is forgiving.
Right.
And so you want to just really let yourself be gentle with when it comes up and say, that's not me. That's not me. That's the conditioning. That's the programming. That's not me. Don't claim it. Don't try to explain. Don't try to complain. Just say thank you.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And Charlie, you're getting a lot of support. Kathy says, yeah, Charlie, don't feel too bad. This is my 3rd year. Some of the lessons are more tangible than others. And Joanne says, it's hard, Charlie. I'm just trying to walk gingerly through it. Just what Karen said. Just be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
always remember that, you know, who are you being gentle with?
Mhm.
Who's having the problems? Who's having the issues?
Yeah.
Don't claim that as who you are. You are a perfect, whole, complete, divine being of love and light. You are not your thoughts. You are not your beliefs. You are not your concepts. You are so, so, so much more than that, Charlie. I'm holding that vision with you, seeing you as you really are, completely and totally.
For all of us. Yeah. We're all struggling with pieces.
We're all seeing each other. See, I mean, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's why doing this together is such a gift, because we all see each other's magnificence. It's actually so much easier, don't you think, to see someone else's magnificence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of the programming, because of the conditioning. It's like, oh, wow, I can see your light, no problem. It's so bright. It's like, it's glowing so beautiful. But your own light, you're in the mirror. Oh God, here I am in the mirror again. Oh,
I know. Jean, I
you
think
know,
you
you're
had a
just not
thought.
very gentle. We're not very gentle with ourselves as we are with each other.
I did, but I don't know if it's very helpful. I used to have arguments with my mother when we'd go see my dad because he was in the hospital. I'd say, well, I go down this block with the purple car. And she said, what purple car? I said, you know, that purple car on the end of the block. And she would say, Jean, that car is blue. It's not purple. And I found out, that was when I was in my early 20s, I found out that I don't see blues and yellows correctly. So the reason I mentioned that is that what this book is doing is changing my perspective of how I look at things, because I look at things with what I have in here. That doesn't mean they're correct. They've been programmed in me. So I think that's what's hard, Charlie, is that just realizing what they're trying to tell us is, let's look at it a different way. Let's look at it. How is it affecting us? So, okay, that's all I was going to say.
We have to read the last one before we go here from Pam's book, Teri. Do you want to read Pam's?
Okay. Karen has been doing the lesson. So let's see.
Oh, you usually read from the other one guy or whatever.
She already shared Pam's.
Mhm.
Oh, she shared Pam's?
Yeah, we talked about Pam's.
Oh, okay.
Teri
Yeah.
already shared about Pam.
Yeah.
Did you
So-
want to share something from the Course Made Easy?
Well, I think I did. Put down my notes. Yeah, what I wrote down from him was always come back to the holy now. Always, when you're seeing things and you recognize that it's from the past, just like the perfect example that Jean gave earlier. When you're seeing that you're doing that, you're prejudging and anticipating, come back to the holy now. Come back to right now. Am I experiencing this right now in this moment? And it'll always bring you back to center. So that's really what we're doing with this part of the exercises, is coming back to center and realizing that no, we're not still there in that past experience that we had. And I love that.
Okay, so we're on lesson 9.
It's a 9.
I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from the two preceding ones, but while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will mean anything to you as yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You do not need to practice what you really understand. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what seems to be pictured before it is not there. This idea can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet, that does not preclude applying it. No more than that is required for any of these exercises. Each little step will clear a little of the darkness away, and then understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of your mind, which has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about and applying the idea to the day, to whatever you see, remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. Be sure that you are honest with making your distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. For example, I do not see this keyboard as it is now. I do not see these keys as they are now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. Begin with the things that are nearest to you and then extend the range. I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see that face as it is now. I do not see that door as it is now. And the short lesson. If I see nothing as it is now, it can truly be said that I see nothing. I can see only what is now. The choice is not whether to see the past or the present. It is merely whether to see or not. What I have chosen to see has cost my vision. Now I would choose again that I may see.
Okay,
I have to ponder that one.
I think we all do.
That's a full-on lesson. So I
Yeah.
would encourage going through it yourself slowly.
Yep.
When you wake up in the morning, maybe just read it through slowly to yourself. And, when you read them out loud to yourself, it really is powerful.
Yeah. I think we have people that are having problems with this one already. So again, let's go back to Pam Grout. We don't have to understand it immediately. The understanding comes after our willingness to open up to it and to allow spirit to show it to us and to open up to it. When we do the exercise, this is where I find myself just really taking on the energy and seeing it as, okay, that's just energy. And I don't see it as it is now. So just allow it, just allow. And I'm really excited to see what happens when all of us do this, since we're all kind of struggling with this particular lesson. So let's all do it and come back and see. Suzanne says you'll read the Pound Grout version. Hers pretty much is the same. It's I see nothing as it is now. Doesn't pressure me to believe I'm seeing the past, the false, the old familiar jukebox standards, because she uses like music in this lesson. It just asks for a teeny bit of willingness, maybe a spoonful, and to apply it 3 or 4 times a day. The bigger thing will take it from there.
The dude.
The dude. There you go, Charlie.
And Kathy, you don't have to apologize, honey. I'm so glad you're here. And yeah, we're all like at one point or another, we're gonna be like, huh? You know, deer in the headlights. What? So if that's where you're at, that's perfectly okay, because we're right there with you. But to do the lesson and then come back tomorrow and let's talk about what happened. I really am interested to see how this is going to be for all of us. Suzanne says, I surrender. That's it. Just surrender. And just do it, as Pam says. All right. So it is time for us to chant. Those of you that came for the lesson, thank you so much for being here. We love you and see you tomorrow.
Love you all. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Ron, Billy Kid, Kathy Hand, all of Joanne, all of you that were with us tonight. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm going to turn this off of the group. So Karen, if you'll start talking about our first chant. And Grace Isis came back. Yay.
Okay, our first chant, we are going to chant 3 times slow, and then we chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom. And then we will go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare all illusions and illness be removed. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha. Tony.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye
Pray Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
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 Nai.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Jai Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Jai
Ganapataye
Naha.
Namaha.
Om Ganapai
Om Gam
Namaha.
Om
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Hang Ilaha.
Om Gam
Rama
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Gatrana
Namaha.
Maha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Ya.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Pai
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 Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Nanai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye
Pai
Namaha. Om
Namaha.
Gam Ganapataye
Pai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om 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 Gam
Ganapai.
Ganapataye
Pai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Pai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Pai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Pai
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Pai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Pai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan Ganapataye
Pai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Let's take that breath into our heart center. Go into that feeling of freedom. Stay in the present moment where all you know is love, where all you know is that this is the exact moment we have, and let's honor that moment as we move forward, upward in our vibration and forward into the miracles. And so happy that we are in that miracle state after we come through this chant. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha is the barrier breaker. It's where we really understand that nothing is there. There is nothing stopping us from our miracles. And so we're going to go into that with that mindset. There's nothing stopping us from our miracles. And this is the miracle chant of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So Karen, if you would, please talk about that one.
Yeah, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. Then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo.
We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho
Renge
Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo, Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo. We're back into our hearts again, back into that special place where we connect in with our spirit, knowing that we are creators. We create with our words. And this miracle chant just brings that to be. It shows us the open doors, the open paths, where we lift up higher and higher and higher. And on that higher frequency, we're going to chant Om 3 times. Om is the cosmic sound of God. So we're giving all honor and glory to our Creator. And then stay in your hearts for just a moment and do the heart-brain coherence. And then we'll give our love out to the world. So take a deep breath in, focus on your heart and on the love that's there, and let's send it forward to the Creator as we chant Om. And now, as you stay focused on that energy that's in your heart, the energy of pure love, compassion, joy, and peace, just take a moment to take a deep breath in and just send that out over the world, wherever it needs to go. Just send it without agenda. Send it knowing that you are doing this from the depths of your heart with the desire for every person on the planet to feel loved, to feel peace. Om Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May the peace, the love, the joy that we send forth fall into every heart that's on our planet, all humans, all animals, all of nature, all of creation. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who was here. I believe our Marlene is still with us. She was with us for A Course in Miracles as well. So every night we make a declaration that there is peace on earth. And Chris, would you lead us in this tonight?
Yes, I am on the week of prayer that peace on earth is beside us, see the heart by my way. Guys, so we the prayer 1, 2, 3. We the
We
prayer.
declare that there is peace on earth. And we declare that peace begins inside of us.
Inside us. So it is.
And so it is always. And be kind.
Kind.
Amen.
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 Charles.
Yes, 952, I believe it is. 952 days, and we've been doing this as a group known as the Peace for
Peace.
Thank you, Charlie. I am so happy our Gracie is back with us tonight. Gracie, what you got for us?
What do I have for you today? Today we have the hills are alive with the sound of chanting and the sprinkling of peace and the smile on faces, because peace is coming around the mountain. Peace is coming around
mountain.
Smile on people's faces.
Faces.
Peace is coming around the mountain when we chant. And be kind.
Be kind. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Gracie. What a delight you are for all of us.
Thank you.
Everyone that's here. I love you so dearly. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. Auntie Jean, Christine, Charlie, Grace Isis, my beautiful Karen, and Miracle Marlene. We love you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow. We leave you with
Namaste.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Wherever you are.